It's Greg and Mike from NicheTV. I'm interviewing Mike today about a special T-shirt that he's got from a gig.
Yes, well, I didn't actually get the T-shirt from a gig.
No?
This is, of course, vintage Devo, mid to late 70s era. It's one of my favourite T-shirts, and I actually went to see Hugh Cornwell one time. Hugh Cornwell, of course, the leading songwriter and lead singer of the legendary Stranglers. And I really enjoyed the show. And afterwards there was a queue of people in the audience to have things like T-shirts and albums signed by Hugh. And I joined the queue. I thought, what the heck? And I had this T-shirt on. I didn't have anything for him to sign, so I tried to explain it to Hugh when I got to the head of the queue that this is because a couple of members of Devo actually worked on Nosferatu, which was Hugh Cornwell's first solo album back in the 80s. And I think even he had forgotten about that, so I'm not sure that he totally knew what I was on about. But a complete gentleman, he agreed to sign the T-shirt, and he did. And you can vaguely make out the signature there. He said, "You sure you want it on the front?" And I'd had a few at that stage, and I said, yes, right up front. So here it is, Devo and Hugh Cornwell together in one memorable T-shirt.
Do you want to tell us more about Devo? And I know that they're your favourite band.
Well, they're one of my favourite bands, and I must say that the Devo fan community, or Spuds as they are known, Spuds and Spudesses, I've had the pleasure of socialising with them both in the States and in Australia, and top all-round bunch of people, very interesting, a bit quirky, but like the band themselves. I just was totally blown away by Devo's punk aesthetic in the 1970s and their homemade approach to deconstructing electric guitar playing.
Yeah, excellent. I'll ask you a left field question. An old 80s movie that was always excited us as young kids or whatever, Revenge of the Nerds.
I have heard of Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah,
I've never seen it.
Oh, okay, there's a band scene and they very much reminded me of Devo for some stupid reason.
Yeah, when Devo broke through to the mainstream, particularly with the Freedom of Choice album, they were in demand for appearances in movies and TV shows and so on.
Okay.
It's a bit of a fluke that Devo attained the global success that they did.
Yep.
And it was particularly because they were championed by Iggy Pop and later David Bowie.
Okay.
And they just did everything from first principles, everything from scratch. It was all their own creation. They made films, which of course MTV welcomed with open arms once they'd risen to a level big enough to be played on MTV. They're still touring.
Okay.
Most of their gigs these days are in California, where the rock of them live.
Yeah.
They've lived for decades.
Doesn't someone live in Hawaii?
Alice Cooper lives in Hawaii, but he's not technically a member of Devo.
Oh, right. Okay.
But Hawaii would be a very central place to live if you were in a global touring band.
Cool.
Maybe it's on the cards for Niche to set up a base in
That
Hawaii.
would be good. Okay. Well, it's Greg and Mike signing off for NicheTV.